Hey guys. So, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but just take a listen. You hear that? That's like, I've never heard so many birds singing outside all at once. I took Charlie for a walk a few hours ago, and I swear there were hundreds of birds like chirping and singing at the same time. And it was such a beautiful sound. And I had like a serious moment of like awe and seeing all the beauty of spring and the sakura flower leaves falling down, and it was like raining sakura flower petals as I walked by, and I was just taking in all the sights. And honestly, I was feeling delight and joy and pleasure and a moment of like just like transcendence pretty much. And a lot of times in times like these, we hold ourselves back from feeling positive emotions because we're afraid that if we don't, that if we do, that if we're not constantly worrying, we are somehow going to put down our guard, and we worry about not worrying. We somehow feel guilty about feeling good in the midst of all this tragedy around us. And the reality of it is that everything exists at once. Everything exists at once. And that's what I'm getting, that, you know, you can experience devastation and flourishing and joy and deep sadness and deep grief. You can experience growth. You can experience delight and bittersweetness and your full range of emotion on a day-to-day basis, and that's healthy and good for you. And I'm doing a 30-day Better Than Before challenge with Emila Zibotovskaya, and I posted a link to it in my profile before, and it's just making me focus again on the things that I learned before in my positive psychology certification training. And it's reminding me, it's giving me the permission, reminding me of the permission to be human, to feel our full range of emotion, to allow ourselves to experience them without judgment, to allow ourselves to really process whatever it is that's coming up for us without a sense of guilt. Charlie, I'm coming in a second, okay? I need to walk Charlie again, speaking of which. And I think that the biggest thing is, right, that one of the things that she mentions, and this is mentioned a lot in like the yogic philosophy and my training, that I feel flew out the window when I had Marvin with just all the stressors of being a mom. I'm glad I'm re-embracing them and practicing them daily. Is that pain plus suffering, pain plus resistance is suffering. So we linger in an emotion and we're resisting that emotion. That's where suffering comes from. So I just invite you today to feel your feelings, to allow them to be okay, to give yourself permission to be human, and to find a moment today or tomorrow to be mindful and feel and take in a moment that feels perfect to you, a moment that feels filled with joy. And for me, it was walking underneath the sakura trees as they like gave me their blessing as I passed by. Just having that moment of presence and finding the beauty in the tragedy, that there is still beauty, that there is still goodness, that there are many things to be grateful for, that there is safety. Most of our day is just when we're exposed, and so it's better to just focus on like what's immediately in front of you at the moment, and then keeping that sense of awareness and alertness when you're in dangerous path, or you can, you know, make somebody else sick. So just a little invitation for you guys. It was a profound insight today. Like, you know, you learn these things and you learn these things, and then one day they settle and they're no longer something you learned or know, but something that you have assimilated and like physiologically get. Well, I got that today and I had to share it with you. I hope that helps somebody. Bye. Be safe.